My local hobby shop told me that I can't use this with this, and we're going to find out why next on Mark's Lionel Trains. Lighted FasTrack would probably be one thing that I would not buy myself for the layout. My daughters were kind enough to purchase this for me for Christmas, and they gave it to me over Thanksgiving so I could do some research and figure out how to hook it up. And I definitely needed to do some research on how to hook it up because it was definitely turned out to be a challenge. I know that some of my subscribers run conventionally, and I like to run conventionally under the Christmas tree, and I want to put this to the test to see if we can run this with a transformer. I'm concerned about a power drop-off between the lights and the tracks and the locomotives, but I have several conventional locomotives that we're going to put to the test on this and see how they do. And I'm going to set this up in the train room, little oval here, and let's get started. All right, we're down on the train room floor, and there's a look at the outside of the box. I'm sure some of you will be getting this for Christmas, or you may think about getting this for someone else for Christmas, or you may want to get it for yourself under the Christmas tree, kind of like what I'm going to be using it for underneath my Christmas tree. And there's a look at the back of the box. It's a 40 by 50 inch oval lighted FasTrack track pack. And this did not come with instructions. My daughters got this off Amazon, so I'm not sure if it really comes with instructions or not. All right, let's open up the box. See what we got inside. And that's how it comes. Sorry, I bumped the tripod there. You have your oval tracks and your straight tracks. This is the track that I'm concerned with right now. This is the track that has the plug. So there are several ways you can plug this or set this up. I went to the hobby shop looking for a plug to plug into here with open wires at the end, but they didn't have that. I think that's the answer to our question in the beginning. Lionel wants you to buy this 72 watt power supply, and so does the hobby shop, but you can't use variable power with this, and this is a DC power supply, and the power supply I want to use is AC, so this should be interesting. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to try not to use the Lion Chief DC power supply, and I'm going to use my AC old-time power supply. And you can use the plugs that Lionel sells to plug them into here if you'd like. You can also use these plugs here to make this a fixed lighted track as well. I'll show you another way. You can also use the traditional solder your wires onto a regular track piece, FasTrack, and plug it in there. And you'll need another one on the other side to match up, but that's okay. It's your preference. So I chose a different method. I had a couple of these LED workshop lights around. I have two of these, so I only need one charger, and this plug actually fits into the track really well. It's actually really difficult to find a plug that fits into this hole. I've put my other plug in here that plugs right into here, and then the other end we're going to plug into our AC transformer and see if this track will light or if it'll just fizzle out. I'm not really sure. I'm going to try it with this track first, and we'll get set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my transformer over here all hooked up and ready to go. I have my plug all set. Let's plug this in, and let's see if we get any power to this track. And yes, we have a red light on, so that's a good sign. All right, let's put the caboose on there and see if we have a lighted track section. All right, here we go. Okay, yes, we do. All right, it does work on AC power. All right, let's assemble the track and see if it'll work with a train and if we have any power dropout. All right, we're ready to start assembling our track sections. This is the original reason why I bought FasTrack in the first place, because I had an apartment and I was setting up on the carpeting. So when I'm putting these together, I like to keep them off the carpeting so we don't get any carpet hairs stuck in between the two pieces of track. And it's like any other piece of FasTrack. They snap together nice and firmly. And there you have your first ones. So we're going to do that several more times. All right, I got my original steam locomotive from the 90s on the rails for the first time in 20 years, and we're going to check it out and see. I have them all smoked fluid up with the old smoke fluid from the late 90s. Make sure you don't use this smoke fluid in your new locomotives. And let's test it out. Let's see if we got we got a light. It's working. We got a runner. Awesome. Look at that. It's lighting up. All right, we can run this on a regular transformer. This is awesome. All right, in testing the Lionel slogan, "No locomotive left behind," I have my uncle's 1919 electric New York Central locomotive on the rails, and we're going to test out the lighted FasTrack. It's an AC motor, not a DC can motor. So let's see if this works. Let's give it a little power and see if we light up. There, we got the power, but the engine's not moving. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we got it. It's going really fast, but it's going. Let's see if we can slow that down a little bit. All right, got it slowed down a little bit. All right, she's running. And there is no lag in the transfer between the two track sections, so there's no problem with that. This track works just fine. All right, that's awesome. And that's a AC motor, over 100-year-old locomotive working on this track. So awesome. That is too cool. That'll look great under anybody's Christmas tree. I can smell that old smoke fluid. It's awesome. All right, I have it on low power now. Let's see. It still lights. That's awesome. All right, pretty cool. All right, we got a winner here. All right, thanks for watching this quick little episode on the Lionel lighted FasTrack. Does work on AC old-fashioned transformer power. That's awesome. All right, everyone have a Merry Christmas, and this locomotive is going to star in my Christmas video coming up next weekend, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching Mark's Lionel Trains. Lionel's motto has always been "No locomotive left behind," so we're going to put that to test. Ooh. Lionel's motto has always been "No train left behind." So let's see if this 1919 locomotive will work with this FasTrack, lighted FasTrack from Lionel. Let's redo this for sure.